Okay, so it seems like we have a little bit of an update on Projekt Melody. Now, if you don't know, obviously Projekt Melody has been a really big part of VShojo, obviously whenever they were still around. And obviously, well, it seems like, she has been pretty quiet in terms of talking about what has actually gone on over VShojo and essentially, yeah, just tried to carry on with streaming and getting back into the swing of things. Because if you guys don't know, when all of this kind of like went down and everything went kind of, upside down, Projekt Melody actually went and took a break. And then she came back only recently, a couple of like weeks ago, if not like a week ago. And obviously many people were very excited to see her back. But it seems like now she's finally talked about some of the stuff that is going on with the VShojo situation. And I just thought it was very interesting because it shows us exactly how things have changed for her and how things are going to change with her content going forwards now that she is no longer a part of VShojo and after a lot of the VShojo stuff has actually happened. So this is the one clip that I kind of wanted to talk about. Let's go through it and then, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Life post VSJ, like it's a lot of extra learning to do, and honestly, it's surprising how much of my focus went into other things, and like really surprising, like so much. And so now it's just focus on me, and there's so much I could be doing, so much writing and talking and creating. It's just an empty plane to which I can plant things. I guess it was an empty plane. I have the most beautiful, amazing community ever. So it's like a garden, and I can put some trees in there. It was a hell of a ride. There was ups, there was downs. The end was not great, but all the people I got to meet, they were wonderful experiences. And at the end of the day, no matter what, like in life, I try to be grateful for the good times, the positive things. And now I'm really focusing on the me. When it's really negative, I absolutely curl up in a ball and disappear. And I appreciate that you guys can respect that so much. I really do. I don't typically get mad, I get sad. That's kind of I've always kind of been like that. Terribly sad. So I know you'll be back. But thank you. Oh, thank you, Remix. Fuck. Thank you for 10 gifted subs to community. Thank you.
So yeah, obviously as you can see, her community is very supportive towards her, and you can see that obviously this had a big effect on her. Obviously VShojo has been a part of her life for quite a while now. Obviously she was part of, I'm pretty sure she's part of the original kind of crew that was in VShojo. So obviously, you can see why this would have such a huge effect. And I think also that mixed with a lot of the changes that she's been going through recently. If you guys didn't know, I think she recently moved to Japan not too shortly before. So obviously that is also probably a big kind of step as well, because again, you have to deal with moving as well as the stress of the VShojo stuff. Again, it can be pretty hard, and it can be one of these times where, yeah, again, it'll be pretty sad and you don't really want to do much, but obviously as she says here, it's now time for like a kind of new start and a kind of fresh page, a fresh canvas or whatever, because again, obviously it seems like she's now more free to do whatever she kind of wants herself, which I think is actually a positive thing for Melody, because obviously it means that she can work on some of her own projects and kind of, not have to worry about some of the VShojo stuff which is going on and just focus more on her, which I think, yeah, is great. Now, obviously, she also talks about the merchandise too, a little bit later on, about what's going on with the VShojo merch, as a lot of people have been talking about that, including obviously, Michi. I'm pretty sure Zen was talking about it, as well as Giga. They've all been trying really hard to kind of fight back against a lot of the merch stuff that's been going on, with them being blocked by VShojo. But obviously, yeah, she talks about it here.
And I'm sorry about all the merch. I think I addressed it and pretty good, and Agent Ink and other peeps, and I'm also sad that especially like the spinning the spinning like rabbit Miku style standee, but there's so much fun stuff, and yeah, if I recreate certain things I need to change it a little bit, so I'm thinking it's not your fault. Even still, I hate inconveniencing you guys. Like, I'm not kicking in your door and making you make a purchase. Like, that's just out of the kindness of your heart, and so I feel bad. So, again, discussing with your bank is probably the best approach. I feel bad. I'm sorry. You can't wait for the new merch? I can't either. My little plushy prototype. She's really cute. Don't feel bad, you're fine. I will always feel bad about it.
And I can 100%, you know, sympathize with the fact that obviously, yeah, she feels bad, you know, because obviously it sucks, you know, it sucks that a lot of the merch has been held back from her own fans who've been gone out their way to actually pay for that kind of stuff and to support her, and they haven't managed to do, you know, either of those things. They haven't managed to get the merch, and the money hasn't gone to her to support her, at least as far as I know. A lot of the merch has been withheld by VShojo. So again, obviously, that does suck, but it seems like obviously Melody is working on some merch of her own going forward. So again, she is taking a lot of steps to move forwards as an indie, which I think is great. And obviously, yeah, it seems like she wants to do some similar merchandise, but has to kind of see how similar she can make it without getting into any kind of trouble. Because again, obviously, I'm sure a lot of people would want to see similar merch coming out. Obviously, a lot of people have been talking about this down in the comments as well. If you say, I've been following Mel for a long time. I can't normally catch streams, but she's just so good. She's always a positive person. And loves to teach about subjects that many feel are awkward. She's even connected with some people that may have previously thought those subjects were wrong to talk about. She doesn't shame people for knowing things. She teaches them with context. She's a light in the dark, IMO. And obviously, yeah, a lot of people have been kind of supporting her in the community. Said, I can't imagine what Melody is going through since she did help build the company, even if she wasn't a manager. But like Mouse said, everyone's going through legal stuff right now, so we'll find out what's up eventually. We just have to be patient, which is 100% true. You know, obviously some legal stuff is going on behind in the background, but again, obviously it's one of these things where you just have to be patient. You have to wait for them to get through all of the evidence and all of the kind of claims and things, and obviously that will take a little bit of a while. You know, so the point of the merch purchasing mostly is supporting the streamer. So to us, the most upsetting thing is that the streamer hasn't gotten a cent of that for a couple of years, which, yeah, it's 100% true. I'm pretty sure more people are mad at the fact that their streamer didn't get the money than they didn't get the, you know, merch. And I think that's obviously shows how nice the community is in terms of that's the biggest thing they're worried about. You know, a lot of people would be just like angry that they didn't get a piece of merch that they paid for, but also I think, you know, this community, they seem more worried about their own talent, which they were trying to support with their money, which I think is obviously a great way to kind of look at things and everything like that, which honestly, yeah, as she says here as well, if you did get merch, go and speak to your bank about it, because again, you should be able to get charged back. As I've been saying for the past couple of weeks, it is getting close to the kind of deadline, depending on whenever you ordered it. Obviously, if you ordered it ages ago, then it might be cooked. But obviously, if you did order it kind of somewhat recently, you should be able to get a charge back just through your bank, where you will just get the money back. Because again, if you speak to VShojo or whatever, anything like that, there isn't going to be any support system set up, so you're not going to be able to get a refund or be able to sort out your kind of merch arriving or anything. It is not going to be the case. So again, obviously, I think it is, if you're still holding on to the hope that it might come back, it probably won't. And most of the VTubers' advice right now, including Melody's, is to just kind of, you know, speak to your bank and see if you can do anything about it. Because again, obviously, it seems like it is a pretty lost cause in terms of trying to buy it back or something. And obviously, yeah, if you get that money back right from your bank, then you can spend it on, for example, as Melody says, the new merch that she is obviously working on. And then, you know, things should be a little bit better. But obviously, yeah, I would definitely go do that as soon as possible, because again, it is, you know, a kind of ticking timer. You know, obviously you can't just charge it back like 3 years later down the line just because you feel like it. It has to be soon and within kind of a good time frame of the purchase date. So again, obviously go double check that right now if you haven't already. It's a big issue that a lot of people are facing right now, and obviously Melody has been kind of expressing that too.
Any inconvenience. Is there another release plan for Apatapa? Who's to say, PhD? Who's to say, really? Stop apologizing. Never! Never ever. Stop stressing don't stress yourself trying to be perfect or better. It took a long time that I'm like, I shot for perfection. I've never achieved anything close to perfection, so I don't know why I kept shooting for that. But I think in the past year or so, I finally accepted, like, perfection is the murderer of progress, or something like that. Like, I don't want to think like, ooh, be perfect. I just want to have fun. That's what I've always wanted. I just want to have fun. And same for y'all. Gothmel will kill you? I'm sorry. By definition, perfection is intangible. Really? Perfection's how you give yourself burnout. True. Yeah. I just
All
need
the
to
hums.
do mindfulness meditation too. It's hard that I always feel guilty for things. Even things that aren't my fault, I still feel guilty. I don't like making people frown. You learn from your therapist that perfectionism is the anxiety of failure. Working on it now. I'm glad that you're working on it, Leviathan. That's outstanding. Alexa, play Perfection Can't Please Me. I hope I can please... Nothing.
Yeah, as you can see, she's obviously getting on with her community now, and it's great to see that obviously things have kind of gone back to normal for her, at least somewhat. Obviously, she says, you know, about how much it has affected her, but at the end of the day, it seems like she is getting on with her chat quite well and is working on some pretty exciting things, including obviously merchandise coming up. So hopefully, you know, we do see more of Melody, and she does talk more about these kind of things, because obviously it seems very, very transparent and very nice for her chat to be able to just get involved with that kind of stuff. So yeah, obviously that is a full update on what is going on with her at the moment, and how the VShojo situation has affected her, as well as, you know, some of the updates on some of the merch as well. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.